All right, so there is another tournament upcoming, and one of the maps being used in this tournament is called Rural United States. Um, so we're just going to do a little bit of practice here, um, trying to figure out where we're going. 90 seconds, no moving. That's what the tournament's going to be played. So we'll just do a few rounds, just see how I do. This is a really difficult map, and so it'll be interesting to see what it looks like. These are largely rural locations, as the name indicates, and we are not moving. So this has a New Englandy vibe, but there's part of it that, man, doesn't quite feel right. That's looking south. Seems very wide for like Vermont or New Hampshire. They don't usually have roads like this, but there are some really colorful trees there. So I guess it could be upstate New York. I'm just going to hedge a little bit and kind of go up in this area. And yeah, it was northern Michigan. That's what I said. It wasn't quite a New Englandy vibe. And there it is, Thomas Rock Scenic Overlook. I think I've had a couple of locations that are kind of up in this area. So we'll have to see if that's a heavily used section of the map as we go on. Something to remember for the tournament. So I got very few points there, which is not going to help my final score. All right, what do we have here? We got pines that make it feel like Pacific Northwest, maybe? Is that some water out there? I can't tell. We got nothing really indicating clues of any kind. So, I mean, in this case, I'd be looking at Oregon, Washington kind of area. So maybe up towards Astoria. And it was over on Vashon Island. Okay. Well, that makes sense. And that would be why there would be some water with another plot of land over on the other side of it. So 3886. I don't know if that's good. These maps are pretty near impossible. All right, this seems a little more arid. Definitely still west. That is a tiny little road with a dirt road off of it. Man, I feel like Southern Oregon, Northern California, maybe, like in this kind of area. So I'm just going to kind of go on the border there and see what happens. Oh, farther up. So it was Oregon. I got that right. Cabot Creek County Park. So that's quite a bit farther up. But 3912, I mean, maybe 3900 is what I could expect from this map, and I don't know if that's going to be good enough come tournament time. This feels like Texas, just from the road condition. We've clearly got some pumps out here and some irrigation. I don't know, what does that say? Valley something? I don't know if we can see a license plate. Oh, there's not much there to go on, but I mean, I guess Texas is as good as any. Seems flat and a bit grassy. We're looking at east-west, so, you know, maybe somewhere like that. And it was Nebraska. It wasn't even in Texas at all. I don't know what to say about that. Not much of an excuse there. Here we have a front plate that's kind of light bluish. I am not sure what to make of that. We have this sign that just says 379, which is less than helpful. I feel like just that 379 should be some sort of indication, but I do not know what it might be. We got some rolling hills. I mean, what is that? Is that Virginia? Is it Michigan? I mean, I'd buy either of those. Kentucky? Maybe Kentucky. We'll go Kentucky. Missouri. Oh, all right. A little bit of a forested area in there in Missouri. Oof. All right. So that was 11,474. That was not great. Um, but it is what it is. So we'll try another game and see what we get here. Okay. All right. Some sort of, I don't know if it's a highway. Whoa. I know there's some Guam on here. Would this be Guam? I mean, it does look quite tropical. Or is that a, I don't know what a Guam license plate looks like. I mean, if anything, that looks like Pennsylvania, but I don't think it is. It just looks far too, I mean, this looks like a Caribbean island. I don't think there's any Caribbean locations on here. I'm pretty sure the description said Guam and Northern Marianas, which is kind of what I would assume. I don't exactly even know where Guam is. There's the Northern Marianas. There's Guam. So I suppose we just pick a little curve like that and hope we're close. No, it was Puerto Rico, which I did not realize was on here. I mean, when it looked Caribbean, I probably should have picked something in the Caribbean. But now we know Puerto Rico is on here, so I got 0 points by going literally as far from Puerto Rico as you could possibly get. I'm not sure I could have picked 2 U.S. territories farther apart. All right, so I knew Guam was on there, so Puerto Rico is. I don't know if the Virgin Islands are. U.S. Virgin Islands down here. Who knows? We'll find out. That's why we're practicing, to get better at this. That is a really beat up road. It's got some trucks on it. We got some grassland. Man, where is this? Somebody's ranch. I would have said California, but it seems almost too rural for even that. But those mountains are not like super tall. Oh, this is really throwing me off. Where do I go with this? I am going to put it in one of these big valleys out here in Colorado. See if that does anything. Ha, it was! Nice. It was just a little farther south than I thought. So Eureka, Venable, Cottonwood, Electric, those must not be 14ers if we're down here. I just recently drove through here at Christmas time. We were in Colorado and we took the drive to Buena Vista along Route 24. And it's one of the most beautiful valleys you'll ever see here. You come down from the mountain over here and it's just, 40 miles across, just beautiful straight flat grounds. There's a bison farm out here so you can see them running around. We saw a bunch of antelope. Very, very cool. Anyway, that was a nice guess. And probably because I just recently been in a similar area. It would be great if I could read the words on that box. This looks very much like one I've had in Alaska, but I do not think this is Alaska. I think it's probably more likely Pacific Northwest, although it seems kind of dry. Where do I go? Do I go farther down? Like Redding, California? I don't know. I'm going Northern California for some reason. There's Wisconsin, which was not anywhere near where I was thinking. That did seem dry. I didn't think about Wisconsin at all with that. Oof. Okay, so here we've got some black-topped farm. It's kind of gravelly graded. Riley Road is not going to help me any. Oof. Where is this? I'm gonna go like Western Washington. Whenever you get a weird landscape, Western Washington usually seems like, like where it is. So it's down near Walla Walla. I wasn't that close, but That's the guess I make. When you don't, all else fails, just pick Western Washington. They've got so much weird land out there. Um, I mean, this could be Delaware. I live in Delaware. Other than the drainage ditches along the side, although, you know, I mean, this feels like Piedmont. The trees seem maybe a little more southern, so I'm gonna go maybe out here in North Carolina. Woo! 14 miles away. Yeah. Trees looked a little more southern, but certainly it was some of that flat Piedmont area near the coast. So that was a good one to finish up this round. 13,304. When you got a 0 on one of them, that is not the worst thing in the world, honestly. 13,304. Two near zeros. So really, I had 3 great rounds and 2 terrible ones. But now that I know Puerto Rico and some of the Caribbean territories are on there, I think I would have done much, much better there. So we'll do one more game on this video, and then we'll post it just so everyone can see. Rural USA. Roberts, Hawaii school bus. Well, at least we know it's Hawaii, because with the Guam and Marianas on there, you wouldn't have necessarily known where it was. And that is water north and east. Oh, there's a bit of a bay and then more. All right, let's see if we can figure out. My first thought was that it was Kauai, but there's not. I mean, unless it's in this bay down here, there's little chance that that's where it is. Maybe that is it. We'll just go there. See what happens. No, it was Maui. Although there wasn't as much of a bay as I would have expected. I guess you're seeing this little bay here. It's not what I would have expected from the look. So, I mean, I'll take it. And we're in Hawaii. We're kind of far apart. 3142 is unfortunate, but I will take it. We got some mounds back there, but not mountains. We have, is that Nebraska? South Dakota. That looks a lot like a South Dakota plate. So we got some mounds, but not mountains. And I think, what is a South Dakota plate? So, I mean, I think we'd be looking maybe down in this area. Oof, Montana. All right, so we weren't very close to that one either. This rural map is going to kick my butt. I have not had good success on here. Is this a dirt road off of a gravel road? How am I supposed to get this? Kind of some little hills. Definitely in the west. There's lots of green. But just incredibly remote. I don't know what to do with this. Where would that even be? Oregon? I mean, that's the only thing I can think, that we hedge up in the northwest somewhere. Okay, southern Idaho. And that was another thing on my mind, which is why we're hedging up in that direction. But there's just so much space up there that even that hedge is only getting me 1,800 points. Not great. It just seemed a little too green for southern Idaho. And I guess that's what happens. All right, so we got another pretty rural road and a turn. I mean, this I would immediately think Hawaii, but now I don't know if we're like in Guam or what. Wait, we're driving on the other side of the road. I don't know if that's where they drive in the Virgin Islands, but I don't know if that's also where they drive in Guam. So we're going to give Guam another go here. And then it might be in the Caribbean yet again, which would be funny. But we're gonna give it another go for Guam. And it was Virgin Islands. They drive on the other side of the road in the Virgin Islands. I should have known and picked that. But this is why we're practicing, so when it comes tournament time, that I will be more confident in my guesses. I need to catch and see where the different territories, which side of the road they all drive on. Okay, so these are very tall snow-capped mountains. We got snow all around us, but it's also pretty deserty. So big tall mountains with desert feels like Utah. Maybe southern Colorado. Ooh, California. That's pretty far north for that much desert. Man. I mean, I get it. I'm not upset or anything. I just need to be better. 78-46. Oof. That was rough. So, who knows what this tournament is going to be like? Definitely Aurora United States is a difficult map, and I need a lot more practice. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.